What up, Laker Nation? It's your boy DTLF back with another post-game recap as the Lakers barely escape. And I say barely escape because we're facing the G League Golden State Warriors, man, with a bunch of no-names. Basically, their whole starting lineup is like a revamped version of the G League squad. I don't know. But what a disappointing way to win tonight. I'm not even impressed at all. Like, okay, a win is a win, and I'm happy we won overall. But seriously, like Golden State Warriors dropped 118 on us, 118 to 124. Like seriously, I can't believe it. Or 125, sorry. I can't believe that was the final score. And again, I'm mad disappointed, guys. And I'm gonna let you guys get on the phone in a little bit. I'll drop the number in just a bit. But what do the Lakers have to do to execute, man? We're not executing on offense. We keep turning the ball over. What is it? 24 turnovers. 24 turnovers tonight. It's like it's getting pathetic. The fighting spirit is not there that we had earlier on. Again, we could have gotten bored with the season or whatever, but this is I don't know. I'm not happy with this victory. Look, LeBron James damn near had to get a triple double. Anthony Davis almost damn near injured himself. All of that just to barely get a win versus this team. Come on, seriously. And it's not one player. I know you guys are gonna. I know what you guys are gonna say. Coos. Nah, it's not one player. It's the whole team. They're not executing. All the turnovers, ridiculous. Missed free throws, ridiculous. Settling for way too many like contested shots just is getting to the point where why are the Lakers not showing up night in and night out? We look like an average team right now. We don't look like a championship favorite. We're looking very average, and we have to turn this around quickly. Now, the coaching staff, I can't really talk about them much tonight because this one's on the players, man. They showed out with flat energy. We play in spurts. I think the commentators tonight on ESPN mentioned how we play in spurts, and we get hot, and all of a sudden we're blowing a team out, but then we let them right back in it with our sloppy play. Just we continue to pile up all kinds of bad habits, man, right before playoff time, and that's not good. No matter what, the body language is off, all that stuff, you know. But at the end of the day, I will say this, guys. If we don't cut down on turnovers and play smarter, somebody's going to get injured. And I hate to say it. The way we're playing reckless, did you guys see that horrible pass, bounce pass from LeBron to AD that turned into a turnover, and then AD chased it down and bumped his knee on one of the camera crew people? Stuff like that can be prevented by playing smarter, man. You know, forget about playing hard. We got to play smart. Yeah, we got to play hard too, but we have to be smart. Now, the bright spot tonight was definitely Avery Bradley. He showed up. He was knocking down shots. He was playing hard, attacking the rim, doing a little bit of everything. When he plays like that, he shows us his true value to the team. That's why I would not have liked that trade for Marcus Morris that a lot of people are still crying about. I wouldn't have liked it. Oh, by the way, guys, just a little on a positive note, the Clippers got blown out by the Timberwolves, no D'Lo. And they have both Paul George and Kawhi, it looks like. So, yeah, they got got blown out of the water. And I love it. That may have been, and it's ugly. You know, the Clippers lost. So that's even better. For some reason, YouTube's tripping, though. If this thing cuts out, it's the connection. So I apologize beforehand. It says connection's unstable. Again, it's not my connection. It's YouTube. But I will try to take some phone calls here. Hopefully, the connection stabilizes. I will try to take some phone calls. He said, Dan, the bench didn't hold the lead. The commentator said, yeah, but not just the bench, man. Even the starters are playing sloppy, honestly. Like, yeah, the numbers are impressive and all that good stuff, but sometimes numbers don't tell the whole story. I don't like all these crazy turnovers from the starting lineup either. And, yeah, the bench with Rondo, I mean, he started off shooting hot tonight. That was a saving grace. But imagine if Rondo doesn't knock those shots down, we could potentially lose to this team. And that tells you we cannot – what we cannot do is rely on Rajon Rondo to knock down shots. Like, those aren't high-percentage buckets. Those should be afterthoughts. Those should be like percentage buster type shots. Like when the shot clock's winding down and LeBron and AD both get double teamed and then we kicked it out, and that should be the last resort type of shot. But when we're, we keep going back to Rondo knocking down shots, that's going to be the death of us. I'm telling you right now, he's not he was shooting better. His set shots are okay, but still, like we can't live and die by that at all. Jameson Mesa, thank you, brother. I appreciate you. He says, so frustrating how we keep letting teams come back in the game. Especially teams like these. Like, who the heck is Jordan Poole? And by the way, Zach Norvell was out there playing. man, I wish him the best. I just wish it wasn't Golden State. If he makes a dent there and he ends up, finding minutes in the rotation, it's gonna hurt because I like me some Zach Norvell. But yeah, who the heck is Jordan Poole and all these guys that they had, man? These are like journeymen from overseas coming in here giving us buckets, man. Marquise Chris was like 2 points away from a career high. Like, we can't have that. JaVale McGee, Dwight Howard, whoever's in the paint, Anthony Davis, we can't have those guys having career nights. That's the frustrating part, is that when the no-name players come in and they do stuff like that, we can't have it, guys. Period. No excuses. But again, it's just another sloppy performance by the Lakers, and again, we won, so everything's gonna get overshadowed. But I'm not happy with the way they've been playing lately. Hopefully, you guys aren't either, because we're being complacent, and we're pretty much just settling for stuff out there when we can have a way better offense. My question has not been answered of why LeBron James and Anthony Davis don't play more pick and roll. I have no idea if it's an ego thing. They don't feel like they need each other's screens and stuff like that, but we got to be smarter, man. We have two weapons that we're not using to their max capacity. We keep isolating them. That's a recipe for disaster. At this rate, somebody's going to get injured. We shouldn't have to work that hard for buckets, especially when we're Anthony Davis and LeBron James. And LeBron going 1-on-3 and Anthony Davis, basically getting fouled all the time. It's scary to think that, that's going to dictate our season. Like, we can't live and die going 1-on-3. I know how talented these guys are, and they can do it on any given moment. But, man, and you guys are right. You guys are saying we need the All-Star break. That thing can't come fast enough, because we're wearing out Anthony Davis and LeBron heavy minutes. We need our bench to step up, and we need our coaching staff to draw up plays for other people to take some of the load off. Anyways, guys, if you guys do want to call in, the number is area code 951-281-8013. Again, 951-281-8013. So go ahead. If you guys want to call in, give me your opinion on the game, on what the Lakers potentially might need. Again, I'll text the number right there. If you guys have any suggestions, inputs, or anything the Lakers could do to improve right away, maybe the coaching staff needs to start somebody, in your guys' opinion, whatever the case may be, here's a shot to call in and, give me a little piece of your mind. He said, is Marvin Williams good? Marvin Williams is a good defender. He's solid. He's a good mid-range shooter. But there's also other wing players out there to be had. I like Michael Kidd-Gilchrist a little bit better defensively than Marvin Williams, even though Marvin Williams is he's a vet. He's been around, and he knows what he does. But overall, man, whoever the Lakers plug in, we have to make sure that we actually play them. Tonight, we played a little bit of Troy Daniels, so that was nice to see. But again, is he going to disappear for the next 3 games? Like, are we not going to play him? That's the only thing I haven't liked about the coaching staff thus far, is that every night is unpredictable. We don't know who we're going to play. He said, "Is Davis made out of glass or what?" I mean, no, man. He's been playing the majority of the season now. It's not that he's made out of glass. It's the style he plays is a little, I don't want to say sloppy, because he's a very good player, but it's like people rough him up, and he doesn't. I think he should be a little bit smarter about the way he exposes his body. Like, don't go out there diving for loose balls and stuff like that. We don't need our 7-footer to do that. Leave that to the guards. That's what I would tell him if I was coach. But then again, you don't want to take away from his efforts or nothing like that, right? So at the same time, it's a fine balance you have to do. He said, "Yeah, man, Quinn Cook is a better fit with LeBron. Rondo and LeBron should not be on the floor at the same time." And that's been the gripe all season long. Rondo and LeBron not pretty much not matching up together. Not like they're not playing on par. And the only reason being is because they both like to pound, hold the ball a lot. So when you have two people that do that, one's going to cancel the other one out. With LeBron, you need people who can stretch the floor and get ready to catch and shoot. And I think that's one of the things that has taken a little bit from Kuzma's game, is playing with LeBron. You're not going to get to handle the ball as much. And when he does handle it, he gets sloppy with it and turns it over. But he said the coaching staff needs to run more plays for Kuzma. I do agree with that. If we can get him going early on, then maybe he can have great games like Avery Bradley did today. So I do agree with that, man. I feel like they have to get him involved one way or another. Yeah, for some reason the app's not working, guys. It just says I'm getting voicemails, but I don't know. I guess your calls aren't coming through. Let me see if I can reset it. But just in case it can't, I'll still read your guys' comments over here, man. My apologies if the app doesn't work. But yeah, he said Kuzma had a solid game. Yeah, when he plays with effort, as long as he gives us anything close to a double-double, I'm happy with that. I'm extremely happy with that, matter of fact. But that's what we're gonna need from our boy Kuz. We need consistent effort, and we need him to continue to play smart. That's the key. If he doesn't play smart and he's turning the ball over and pretty much doing stuff like that, then that's gonna be a problem, right? But if he plays smart and doesn't force anything and just takes it possession by possession, not forcing nothing at all, then it'll be that. You know what, guys? I'm missing all you guys' calls, so I'm going to go ahead and call you guys back. How about that? I'm going to go ahead and call you guys back. I know you guys want to call in, so I'll go ahead and call you guys back, and we'll see if you guys answer. Let's see what's up. Okay, that might not work. Yeah. So if you guys don't answer, I'm just going to move on to the next caller. I'm missing a lot of calls right now for some reason. But I don't know. This app is tricky, man. It's been working good up until now. So, again, I will try my best to get some calls in here. But at the same time, just don't be mad if I miss your call, guys, because the app's down a little bit. Ozzy said, how long are they going to wait to sign Collison? It's on him right now, bro. It's completely on DC. Whatever DC decides to do, that's what's going to happen, man. And if he decides to come back, before All-Star break, then I'll be shocked. But from what I'm hearing, it's going to be after All-Star break. For sure, it's going to be after All-Star break. But, I'd love to have him now, obviously, for these games, man. A slashing guard who could do a little bit of everything would be ideal, personally. But that's just me. As far as his decision, he has not yet come to it. Rumor has it he's still going to meet with the Clippers. So if that happens, I'm going to lose my stuff, because seriously, why the Clippers? I don't even know why the Clippers are getting so much call, and why they're getting so much play. Who wants to play for the Clippers? It's weird. It's a weird era we living in, guys, for some reason. I'm going to have to take a rain check on the phone calls. I'm not even focused on the comment section, and I'm not even connecting with you guys. So he said, even though the Lakers win games, they play down to the competition. That, my friend, is true, and that's where we have to really improve ourselves, for reals. Warren said, I really like Norvell. Me too, man. I'm bummed out we didn't give him much playing time, at all this season. And if he turns out to be a player, it's going to hurt even more if he's dropping 30s and 40s and stuff like that. So, yeah, I'm really bummed out that we didn't, have a roster spot for him. But I do understand. It's just, if they're not if they're not developed and ready to go, most likely they're not going to get playing time. For some reason, Frank Vogel doesn't like playing young players. Look, I'm going to tell you, Talon Horton-Tucker has been killing it in the G League, and he hasn't even got no playing time. So even when they've called him up, he really doesn't see the floor much unless it's like a garbage minutes and it's the last 3 minutes or whatever, But other than that, he really hasn't had a chance. He said, we do need to improve, though. Absolutely. We still got plenty of spots where we have to get better. He said, DC was a former Clipper. He's CP3's backup, right? You see, the Clippers are so relevant, I wouldn't even know if that's a fact or not. If he was, that's how relevant that portion of his career was, to be honest with you. He said, why is Talon Horton-Tucker not getting any minutes? They tried everyone on the bench for the second unit, and nothing is really working, so why not? Again, Frank Vogel doesn't seem to be the young player type of coach as of right now, to be honest with you. So that's the main reason why. Who would you want more, Reggie Jackson or Darren Collison? I like them both. Reggie Jackson being a better scorer and Darren Collison being a better defender. So I think we need a little bit more of perimeter defense, so I'll take DC. However, Reggie Jackson is probably a notch above Darren Collison as far as scoring goes, But we'll see. We haven't seen DC in a year or so, so I would like to see if he comes out of retirement how ready he is to perform. We're going to need him immediately. Your life said, the problem is we play too soft and don't move the ball enough. That's true. That's true. We do play extremely soft, and I don't like it when the ball sticks. When the ball sticks, it's just recipe for disaster. We have to settle on some sort of step-back jumper. So I agree with you on that one. That's pretty disappointing. Ozzy, what's up, my brother? He said, It felt like we stayed at 92 points for 5 minutes. Yes, I agree. And again, that's because we continue to play in streaks. We don't hold a consistent scoring punch. We're good. We can turn it on at any point. However, I think that works against us because sometimes we get too cocky and we get laid back and we start turning the ball over and doing stupid stuff like that. But you know what, Ozzy? I think a secondary ball handler would be great. And that's why everybody's praying for DC. Some people want J.R. Smith. But yeah, we need somebody to take that pressure off of LeBron. We don't want him to get injured. He's been carrying a lot of the load. Same thing with AD. We need people to set them up easier. Just get them in the paint, let them go to work one-on-one, stretch the floor for him so that we can space the court better. So Dan Kuzma is not a good player, bro. He needs more training. We should have traded Kuzma. Nah, we shouldn't have traded Kuzma. Unless I said this. The only way we trade Kuzma is if we get better from it. The package we were going to get was not going to make us better. Go and read the article. The package we were going to get was not going to make us better. So making a trade for the sake of making a trade is not good. By the way, he played good today, man. He had some nice passes. Sure, he turned the ball over. He still gets sloppy here and there. But let's not forget who Kuzma really is. When we need a scorer, he can be that. However, with Anthony Davis and LeBron out there taking the majority of the shots, it's hard for him to pick his spots. I see a lot of the times he cuts when he's playing with that second unit and Rondo doesn't hit him with the ball in stride. And he is much better when he's cutting in stride. That's what Lonzo used to maximize about his game the most. But his effort is there, so I'm happy with that tonight. He just needs to keep that up. And eventually, his offensive game will start clicking again. But to say he's not good is a little bit of a reach. So to be honest, bro, this worries me for the playoffs run. But at the same time, LeBron in the playoffs can totally change his game, so I'm not sure. Well, let's hope that he still has that juice. But I agree with you, man. I mean, the superstars take it up a notch or two. However, everybody who's been watching playoffs for years, we know that role players play a huge role in advancing as well. So we're going to need guys like Danny Green, guys like Kuz, even guys like Rondo to step their game up in the playoffs as well. In the 7-game series, we need them to get comfortable with their opposition, especially when you see them for a 7-game series. You really have to pick your spots and know who you can really go at their throats and when to pass and all that. They got to read the game. That's when veterans come in handy. I think that's why guys like Danny Green make their name off of the playoffs. He killed it with the Spurs in the playoffs because when you face a team for 7 games, veterans are very savvy, man. They find a way to be effective and impact the game. Hey, thanks, Eric. I appreciate you, bro. He said, Dan, you've been on the Lakers subreddit lately? An absolute toxic wasteland. No, I have not, and that is exactly the reason I don't go on those type of forums. When I need a good laugh, I'll go on Reddit, those type of forums and stuff like that. But for the most part, we have a good community right here. Except when we lose, it gets kind of toxic. Everybody starts blaming everything and stuff like that. But that has been pretty new. That has been as of late, But we try to weave them out as best as we can. He said LeBron is pretty clutch tonight. Yes, he was. He had some big shots. However, I just don't like those settling shots. Like step backs. There was a couple of plays where I see Anthony Davis is ready with his hands like this. He's ready to go to work. And LeBron, dribbles, and then he steps back and hits it. It looks good when he hits the shot. However, when he misses, I can't imagine what goes on Anthony Davis' mind, and I don't even want to get in that head of his. He said, "What's up, Dan? How's your weekend so far, fam? How's everyone? Doing good, man. Thanks for asking, Lakers. Well, I appreciate that, man. Thanks for the thoughtful question." Hey, he said, first timer. Good stuff, Dan. Hey, welcome, brother. Hit that sub button. We always try to break it down, pre-game, post-game right here. And then we also have phone calls. The app is not working right now, but I will take a rain check for the next time. I got you guys. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. I'll take a couple more questions before I get off. Hey, what's up, T? He said, Bron and Rondo is the exact reason we lost leads. Now, again, let's not go blaming one player specifically. Like, this is a team sport. And it's infectious, to be honest with you, man. Our leaders have to lead by example. We need LeBron to stop turning the ball over as much. We need Anthony Davis to play more in the paint and get big. Our leaders, our superstars have to lead by example because, look, when they turn the ball over, role players start turning the ball over. Basketball is an infectious sport. And if your team is playing with confidence, if your superstars are playing with confidence, the rest of the team starts clicking and catching on and elevating their game. So, again, I don't ever like to blame a player unless it's blatant, like unless literally a player lost the game for us. Like, then okay. But that rarely happens, honestly, in today's era where everybody shoots threes, and you can't really blame one player. A lot of players take bad shots and settle. That's just the type of NBA we play for, man. That's the type of NBA we got to watch now. That's the product. I feel like it's been watered down a little bit because back then they really took care of the basketball and valued every possession. Now it's like you know what I hate the most? When they're running a 3-on-1 and one is cutting and one is leaking out to the 3-point line and they hit the 3-point shooter instead of the cutter. That drives me nuts, especially when they miss the shot. Because instead of getting an easy 2, now they're settling for a break 3. So do you believe Kuz will drop a 30 in the games in the playoffs? I think he will. We will see. It'll depend on the coaching staff. It's up to them to get him more involved offensively. Right now, the way the coaching staff is using Kyle Kuzma, he's like a role player. They're telling him to get all the garbage shots when the shot clock's winding down type shots, off of rebounds type stuff like that. It's hard to catch a rhythm when they don't draw up a lot of plays. And I see Kuz a lot of the time. He looks lost out there. It's almost like the coach just wants him to be a roaming type player and get it where he can, fit it. So pretty much what he scores is also on him. He also has to be on. I'm not saying it's completely on the coaching staff. Obviously, the players make the shots. But I know Kuz, man. I've been watching him. This is his 3rd year with the Lakers. And he's a confidence type of player. When we had the young core, man, he was confident, especially when Lonzo was feeding him on the fast break and transition, got him going a little bit. Now he's hitting all kinds of crazy shots, turnaround jump shots, jab fakes. He's using the footwork. He was a killer. This version of Kuzma is more like timid, like, oh, I don't want to mess up because Bron or AD or somebody's going to yell at me, and I'll get my shots where I can fit in. And that's fine and all, but just don't expect him to drop 30-point games playing like tentatively. He needs to be aggressive. Like, I feel like LeBron or AD have to come to him and empower him and be like, look, Kuz, we need you to be that 3rd guy. We need you to stay aggressive. We're going to feed you the ball. Don't worry about the last shot. Keep getting it in. If they do that, I feel like, and then obviously Frank Vogel has to get him the minutes, then I think we'll see the Kuzma that we expected all season. However, if AD and LeBron are just getting theirs and then, Danny Green and all these guys are getting more minutes and all that stuff is happening, there's no exact pecking order, then expect the casuals to just keep crapping on Kuz and keep saying he sucks because they don't understand that in order for you to meet expectations, there has to be opportunity. When opportunity presents itself and you meet that opportunity, that's when you get that style of play. Now, part of it is also on him. He needs to be a lot more confident in himself. If the superstars don't believe in him and the coaching staff don't want to give him the consistent minutes, he has to go out there and prove himself night in and night out. He has to come out here and just force there to be some controversy so that people will say, hey, coach needs to do a better job of putting him in a position to succeed. Right now, coaching staff, LeBron, AD are off the hook. Everybody's scapegoating using Kuzma. I've seen some ridiculous people say, oh, Kuzma sucks. And we should have traded him. But what was really out there as a fair trade, right? Like I said, I'm never against a trade so long as we improve, guys. But at the end of the day, again, we won tonight. It was a disgustingly ugly win. I didn't enjoy half of that game. There's a couple nice plays here and there, but seriously, 24, 25 turnovers, it's not going to get the job done when we play real contenders. So we barely escaped with our lives, and like I said, that team was a G League squad. Very disappointing, guys. I'm not happy about that. However, we do get the win. The Clippers do lose. It's a good night overall. So again, I apologize for my app not working tonight. I'm gonna work on that and hopefully get it going for the next one. And I'll make sure to take some phone calls. But thank you guys for tuning in. For those of you that just joining us on the chat in the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button, man. This channel is very inclusive of the Lakers community. I try to get your guys' voice heard as well. So thank you so much. Last comment I'm gonna read. He said, DTLF, what are we waiting for? Everybody is being picked up. Can't wait on Darren Collison. We'll see. I trust Rob Pelinka. Let's see what he does, man. I'm gonna sit here and just bite my nails till I get to the skin, man, pretty much till we sign somebody. So let's see what's up, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you guys. Much love, Laker Nation. Let's get it. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.